wanted to welcome you to my page. We're going to talk about a very sensitive subject to me and maybe to others as well, and that's about death. And while you can never compare the loss of anyone to you as being greater than or less than someone else's loss, I wanted to pose some questions regarding it. I have been thinking about my son's passing on December 7th, 2017. And I thought about all the passings that I have experienced. From my grandmother who passed away from cancer, to my uncle who passed away from heart failure, to my dad who passed away from complications from diabetes, to my son who passed away from a slip and fall off of a cliff. And I started to think about why these deaths take a toll on me, but not as much as my sons did. So I began to wonder, while death is inevitable, is the death of your child more heartbreaking and gut-wrenching than it is, say, your husband, your grandmother, your mom, your father? And this is just a question, and I'm wondering, when my grandmother passed away, it was very heartbreaking. I lost a wonderful woman, and it affects me to this day, but I was able to more or less get over it. Meaning I didn't have my daily cries. Or when my aunt passed away, she was my second mom. I was devastated. I did cry for her for over a year. And then I had a dream with her that she was just fine, and she was with her brothers and sisters and my grandfather, and that gave me a sense of peace. But my son, with my son's passing, I am in constant fear that my other kids will be taken from me. So I wonder if that's what death does when it doesn't go in the order that we need it to be. Do we as humans, while death is heartbreaking and devastating, do we as humans, when we lose our child, does it change our brain factor about death? When my dad passed away, I wasn't scared of death coming. It almost, I maybe subconsciously made it where it was part of the natural order of things. Like, my grandmother passed away, it's the natural order of things. My dad passed away. My aunt passed away. My uncle passed away. Even my dog had passed away. And so I was not scared of death coming. But now I am at a heightened awareness of death. Even though I had someone very close to me pass away, with my son passing away, with Ivan passing away, I don't know. I don't know if it's because he passed away so suddenly, and it was an accident. He fell and he was found, and he had the death was considered hypothermia. Whereas my aunt who passed away, she had been suffering from cancer, from multiple myeloma. My dad, diabetes. My uncle, who passed away a month before my son did, my Uncle Tony, his heart was just giving him problems and his body started to shut down. Devastating as it was it something that you kind of get prepared for? Like, do you justify and say, well, they had this disease, so now at least they're not in pain? And is that the solace we give each other? And is it that why that I freak out about my son's dying or my daughter dying? I don't know. So what's your opinion? What loss have you experienced? Have you lost a child and lost a parent, for example, your mom? And what's the difference? Did they pass away from a disease, old age, or natural causes? Or was this an accident? And I'm wondering if that is the case. If death takes your family member or your loved one quickly in an accident versus an illness, does it make a difference on how you're able to grieve or process the grief? I don't know. Share your opinion. Like the page. Be honest. Don't be cruel. And love to hear from you. Bye.